Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm Treasure Chocobo, and in the last episode, we got ourselves a ship. Now we have free exploration of most of the world. Alright, off screen, I level grinded everyone, so everyone's at least level 25 or higher. Let's double speed this. And so they ended up learning a bunch of abilities along the way. I also had Quina eat a few enemies that we've also missed along the way. So now she knows, I think, Roulette, Thousand Needles, and Magic Hammer. I think there's one more ability I learned, but I'm actually blanking out on that right now. Alrighty, so, since we have our boat, we're gonna park right here. There are chocobo tracks here that we can use. This episode is gonna be mainly chocobo. So, alrighty, so, as you can see, most of these entire islands are essentially surrounded by reef walking chocobo ability. I believe. Alright, we cannot go beyond here, but along this side of the island, not this side of the island, the other side of the island, I believe there is a little cave we can get to. We just need to navigate around this area in order to get over there. It's a little tricky because, here we are. Alright, so, question mark. Chocobo's Lagoon. It's a tad bit hidden, but it's a great find. Monet, what are you doing here? I did some research and wound up here, Kupo. There's holy light similar to that of the forest. I know we can find chocographs here, Kupo. Let's dig around some more, Kupo. It's tougher to dig in the bottom of the lagoon than it is in the forest. So we can only dig in the shallow parts. Choco doesn't like going into deep water. So the area is limited, Kupo. Okay, I'll make it half time, half price. Alright, so this area is half time, half price. The cutoff is essentially here for what we can dig around in. So, alrighty. Play Chocobo Hot and Cold. And remember what Monet said, it is actually more difficult to dig here than in the forest, so you would actually have to dig more. Oh my goodness. There we are. Do. Eye drops. Anointment. But yes, so most of these items are essentially like 80 points to dig them up for like the most basic of items, as opposed to the Chocobo Forest where such items were like only 10 to dig up. Let's see, eye drops, anointment, ore, and the other thing. But you do get a lot of beak points doing this. The problem with this is there's no guaranteed chocograph because you're only digging half. I think the area is still set up for like 8 items, and thus the randomized items are thrown into the entire thing. Oh! Did not meant for that to show up on screen. Alright, well, download's complete. Woo! I'm not sure if I want to cut this... Oh, chocograph. I'm not sure if I want to cut any of this out because I really just love the Chocobo Hot and Cold because it's just so fun. Let's ask Choco and take a look at our chocographs. Uncultivated land. This one's a trick because we cannot get this one without the mountain upgrade, which is the next upgrade we're aiming for. Abandoned beach. I think we can get this one now. Cold field we can get. Forgotten lagoon, faraway lagoon. All easy to get. But I'd say I'm probably going to hold off digging most of these up until we get the next 2 upgrades, which we can get at this point in the game. Blue, start, Chocobo. Do, 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 do. Antidote. Chocograph piece. Time's up. It's the Choco... Oh my goodness, I cannot access it. Open menu, here we are. Alright, so Chocograph piece. Another key item. Thou who dare not fear death, find one the islands in Savage, see what lies there. That's a hint to tell you to find... that's a hint. That's a hint for one of the super bosses. If you remember the first one, there's danger in the sky. If you dare to face it, use this record to find your way. This is a hint on how to activate one of the super boss's weaknesses. It's essentially telling you to go to the Savage Island and find one. The one who we're finding, it's gonna be a really long time before we even attempt to find him. Because, that's... I'm trying to think of the best way to describe this without just spoiling it, but essentially it's part of the friendly monster quest. Thank you, Kupo. Alright, potion, Chocograph. Alrighty. Doot. Alright. A Chocobo hot and cold play. Start. Remember, Monet will tell us when we've dug up all the Chocographs in an area. So I'm not worried about overstaying my welcome here. Remedies. We're actually going to need a bunch of remedies coming up soon because there are going to be a few bosses that are going to afflict us with multiple status ailments at any given moment. Doot. Now let's see. I'm just looking up. Alright, ask Choco. Take a look at Chocograph. I'm just taking a look at what one we need. We still don't have Abandoned Beach, Forgotten Lagoon, Faraway Small Beach, Dusk Plains. That requires the next one. Hot and cold. Yeah, as soon as I get the Chocograph we need for the next Chocobo upgrade, I'm just gonna grab that one and just go. Gashi Greens. Because at this point, there are a few Chocobo chests we can get that will be of great use to us. More specifically, chests that can allow us to get some ultimate weapons. Quite early in the game, in fact. Oh my goodness. What? Well, I already grabbed the Chocograph, but... No! Alright. Let's check our current points. Let's see. We could get the Vigilance card, but I sort of want to save up for the Protect and Robe of Lords. Alright, so... Choco. A Chocograph. The one we just got was... Dawn Lagoon. This is the one we want. This will be the one that gets us our next Chocobo upgrade. Alright, the Dawn Lagoon's location is actually close to the Chocobo Forest. Oh my goodness. The biggest problem with the Chocobo Lagoon, I find, is the fact that it is quite squirrely to get to because you're navigating through all those shallows. Granted, as one might have guessed by the interactions in the lagoon, one can eventually become a sea-traveling Chocobo. Alright, no. This one here is closer. Doot. Item. Queh. Alright. Oh. The Dawn Lagoon... Actually... Ooh. Nope. Alright. A bit further out. Yes, this looks about right, in accordance to the map. This long stretch of island. Found ya. Strange smoke appears. Getting sleepy. Wanderer, we await your return. Choco, you now have the ability to climb mountains. You are heading towards your homeland. Hurry home. Thank you. And so now Chocobo has the ability to tread over mountains. Note, however, that you cannot scale every cliff in the game. There are limitations to this. As you can see, we cannot walk up the sides of continents, but we can just go up now. Chocograph menu. Because we have that ability, we can now go to the uncultivated land, which is actually over here by the evil forest. Oop, nope. Wrong button. It's somewhere... Like, as you can see, there are chocobo tracks right there. Except there is no real way to get to this part of the map without the... You know, without the chocobo. Because I don't believe you can travel through that gate. Antidotes, Jade Armlet, Wing Edges, Cargo Ship Card. Anyways, since we do have the mountain chocobo now, it makes things a lot easier in traveling most of these continents. You're a flaming red now, Kupo. Alrighty. If you look around here, you can see there's this platform here and here. Now that we're the mountain chocobo, we can now climb up there during Chocobo Hot and Cold. So keep that in mind if you're having problems finding treasures lying on the ground. Also, our digging speed is also much faster now. Oh my goodness, why am I not getting it? I think I'm... Ooh. Not up here. Yep, up here. Be careful because the dig button can also knock you down. Points are doubled, 10 extra seconds. Come on. Granted, this is very easy because, you know, the re-released versions of the game has this double speed going on, which is very much cheating, but at the same time, I think it'd be painful to watch me go through like 12 episodes of this. Yeah. Oh, no chocographs. Actually, there was a different item that I wanted to grab because now that we're... As soon as you become the red chocobo, you have the ability to essentially find a new item here. Of course, with me just spamming the buttons about, I'm sort of skipping what I'm even digging up. Do 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 do, ba da ba ba da ba ba. Oh, nope, nope, nope. Up, oh, ah! Chocograph, yes. everywhere. It's a shame that you cannot dig up 2 chocographs in a single digging, but at the same time, I suppose they want to extend the game a bit. Gashi, Dead Pepper, Chocograph, Peace, and Chocograph. Alrighty. Oh, Dead Pepper. What's this Dead Pepper? Can I see, Kupo? This is a super spicy pepper, Kupo. It was precious seasoning long, long ago. The mist wiped out the plant that grows these peppers, though. You should keep it, Kupo. It might come in handy. The dead peppers are really key items. Oh, why did that happen? Alright. Deals damage to target. If you give it to a chocobo, you can dig up hidden treasure spots. There are quite a few in the game, and they are quite noticeable. They're better explained than... Oh, nope, I did not want to leave. Alright, chocograph menu. What did we get? Bird's Eye Lagoon, Dawn... Dusk Plains. What are we looking for? Dusk Plains, Forgotten Plains. I'm looking for the chocograph of a different plains. Oh my goodness. Alright. See, this is just me not paying attention while doing this. You know, I sort of have mixed feelings about these Chocobo episodes only because I'm enjoying this a lot. I'm pretty sure I'm not being very entertaining right now. Chocobo, Chocobo. I am the treasure Chocobo. Ooh, quack. Come on, let's get that lovely time boost of points. Why? Just why? Why? No quack. Found it. Oh. Not terrible. Alrighty. Look at Chocograph. We are looking for Green Plains. This is what we want. This is what will allow us to get our next Chocobo upgrade. And the Green Plains are fortunate enough to be located on this very continent. If you head north of the continent, right along here, as you can see, this sort of sheer cliffside area sort of has it. What you're sort of looking for on the map and compared to what you're actually looking for is a bit off. Ooh, there we are. Strange smoke appears. Getting sleepy. Wanderer, we await your return. Choco, you now have the ability to cross oceans. You're getting close to your homeland. Okay, now we are a deep blue Chocobo. Now, I love this Chocobo, except I believe the game qualifies this as a black Chocobo. And I'm thinking, in what world? Alrighty, so, Quan's dwelling. Let's enter here, because I believe, since we have both the sea Chocobo and a dead pepper, we can activate something here. If you look down here, There's something at the bottom of this ledge in the ocean. Looks like foam. Maybe I can get there on a chocobo. Use the dead pepper. This is one of the hidden chocobo treasure spots. Double speeding this because he will stand here a long time. Like, I have no control right now. Alright. Speed. Alright. He dives to the bottom of the ocean. See those bubbles? Found treasure at the bottom of the ocean. 9 ore, 15 topaz, 1 tiger racket, and 1 red rose card. Oh, I get it now. The tiger racket is actually Dagger and Aiko's strongest weapon. Or at least their strongest racket in the game. The most powerful long-range weapon, element attack wind. While Dagger cannot learn Dispel from it, Aiko can. So if you want any of them to be physical attackers, this is a relatively great find. And I will be putting that to use relatively soon. Alrighty. So, what time are we at? 20 minutes. This is a good time to call it here. Actually, no, not quite yet. First I'm gonna return back to the Chocobo Forest for one thing. Fast forward. Oh yeah, also, Deep Ocean Chocobo. We're no longer restricted. We can travel to every continent in the game right now. So, yes, we're without restriction at this point. Especially since the Chocobo's good enough to move slightly faster than the ship. Alrighty, so, Chocobo's Forest. I need the Chocobo for the Chocobo's Forest, Austin. Ah. You look kinda dirty, Kupo. Quah. I'm sorry, did I hurt your feelings? Well, it doesn't matter what color you are, Kupo. You're still my Chocobo. Remember, this Chocobo is not supposed to be blue, it's supposed to be a black Chocobo. So, I sort of understand what he means when he says that, but at the same time, that is such a beautiful color. Alrighty. Monet saying that's all the reason why I came here. So, in the next episode, in between episodes, I'm gonna continue doing the Chocobo Hot and Cold in the Chocobo Forest and the Lagoon to gather up all the Chocographs I can get. So, in the next episode, we can dig all those up and then continue with the story. Until then, goodbye!